What's up everybody and welcome back. You guys ready to talk about cannabinoids? Because I'm ready to talk about cannabinoids. We all know and love THC and CBD, but did you know that there's over 100 other cannabinoids out there that are worth taking a look at? From CBC to CBN and beyond, these unique compounds offer a lot of medicinal and psychoactive effects. Whether you're wanting to ease your pain or spark your creativity, there's a cannabinoid out there for you. So grab your favorite strain, roll it up, pack it in, and let's begin on this wild adventure of cannabinoids. Did you know that our favorite plant is packed with over 500 different chemical compounds? That's a whole lot of goodness right there. And some of the most important compounds are cannabinoids. The ones that give us all those amazing feelings that we love. From THC to CBD to CBN to CBC. Each cannabinoid has its own unique properties and benefits. But that's not all. We also have terpenes, which give cannabis its signature smell and flavor, and flavonoids, which add to the plant's overall health benefits. Don't worry, I'm not just going to sit here and spit facts at you guys. We're going to be diving deeper. I just wanted to set the stage on how much we thought we knew, but how blind we've been thanks to misinformation and slur campaigns that have been cycled through our media, our school systems, and in our homes. Like yourself, in my younger days, I thought I knew all there was to know about marijuana. But we were all way wrong. For instance, I used to think that the only type of cannabis that I can consume were indica dominant buds because I thought that all sativa and most hybrid plants were bad and would give me anxiety. I thought the sativas and sativa dominant strains all increased my heart rate. That's not the case though. There are many more factors that we're going to get into and take a look at when it comes to genetics and the chemical makeup of the plant, but before we get there, we need to understand how the plant works at its face value. Let's start by taking a look at ourselves first and at how we consume and how our body registers cannabis. There's a system in our brains, as well as almost every other creature on this planet, minus certain sea life, whose sole purpose is to promote and maintain homeostasis or a balance in the ecosystem throughout our entire body. The system is known as the endocannabinoid system, or ECS, which contains two receptors called CB1 and CB2. We'll get deeper into all of this in other videos, but it's important to know at this juncture. One of the main reasons? If you're someone who thinks that cannabis is bad for your brain, I hate to tell you, but your brain creates cannabinoids of its own. These cannabinoids are called anandamide and 2-AG, or 2-arachidinoyl glycerol. Good lord. And they do very much the same thing that other cannabinoids do. The relationship between anandamide with CB1 and CB2 receptors when bound shows to control the neurotransmission of dopamine, serotonin, GABA, and glutamate. Anandamide also plays a role in hunger, sleep, pain modulation, working memory, identification of novelty, which is a fancy way of saying alright, like you remember like having a toy when you were a kid and like when you first got it you were super excited about it and then like later on you weren't so excited about it because you've had it for a bit? That. It also plays a role in how you interpret your environment. I could have a full episode or two just on this topic alone, but for time's sake let's move on. Back to cannabinoids. Studies have shown that cannabinoids act as neuromodulators for a variety of processes, which include pain sensation, motor learning, appetite, and other cognitive and physical processes. Tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, is one of, but not the only player in this game. Looking at the cannabinoid family tree, and more specifically the main subjects being examined right now are CBG, THC, THCA, THCV, CBD, CBG, and CBC. These are the main ones being studied at this time. Each of these have its own special abilities to affect the human psyche and well-being, and most of which have zero psychoactive effects when consumed in their raw form. Let's zoom in on a few of these beefcakes and take a closer look. CBGA, or cannabigerolic acid, is the mother cannabinoid of all other cannabinoids. It breaks down into CBG, or cannabigerol, before degrading again into THCA, or tetrahydrocannabinolic acid, which is of course the precursor to THC, or tetrahydrocannabinol, before continuing down the line. Mainly found in its non-acidic state, CBG is one of the more popular of the cannabinoids being researched. Many people mistakenly group CBG and CBD together and think that they work the same way as each other, but this is incorrect. CBG binds to both CB1 and CB2 receptors, while CBD does not interact with the receptors directly at all. This gives the two different pharmacological effects. CBD is generally more recommended for pain and inflammation, while CBG works better for increasing your focus and attention span, and they're both reported to help manage stress and anxiety. Another exciting finding is that the cannabinoid THCV may have energy boosting elements as well as its seeming ability to curb hunger. Alright, let's settle back down. Hopefully this demonstrates just a little of how much information there is that we'll be getting into on this topic in later episodes. Alright, I'm excited to finally be able to get to do this with all you guys. I feel like if I help just one person understand this plant just a little bit better, then I've done my job. And of course, if there's something that you'd like to see discussed, please comment down below and I'll try and get back to as many of you as possible. So ding dong that bing bong, put that thumb in the upright position, subscribe and follow me on this adventure of informing the misinformed and helping us all better understand our relationship with cannabis. I promise not to disappoint. Later on, Grape Pollen,